So I'm fully aware that you have to play better than the ref's ref, and you can't really ever use their calls as an excuse that you lost the game. You always got to put it on yourself. I understand all of that. But let's make one thing very, very clear. The Las Vegas Raiders got absolutely screwed against the Chiefs. And I don't think that there is anybody that can necessarily deny that. And I understand, again, I put out the olive branch that you got to be able to take care of business yourself. I understand that. But at the same time, it is the ref's job to make sure that it is as fair of a game as possible, and therefore one that you can look back on and have no certainty that you lost the game yourself. You. But I don't know that the Raiders did that. And obviously with that controversial call, I know obviously there's going to be a firestorm, or at least a lot of people asking questions, and it's got some people talking. So let's jump right into it. This was an article done this morning by Cody Benjamin, I believe over there at CBS Sports. Basically, he went into with the title, Raiders Chiefs controversial ending. Antonio Pierce says team heard a whistle, quote unquote, before fumble that sealed loss. And before I even get into it, I need to take my blood pressure medication because I know this is going to upset me. But here we go. So started off here with Aidan O'Connell took full responsibility for a fumbled snap that sealed the Kansas City Chiefs' close win over the Las Vegas Raiders on Friday. The quarterback's head coach doesn't regret the way the Raiders finished that final drive, however, and in fact believes the officiating contributed to the team's critical error. Addressing reporters after Friday's 19-17 defeat, Antonio Pierce initially admitted there was a lot going on, quote unquote, during the Raiders' final play, during which O'Connell couldn't corral an early snap and Las Vegas was penalized for an illegal shift, pushing the club out of field goal range and turning the ball over to the Chiefs. Asked Sunday if he'd do anything differently to close the drive, such as avoid a shotgun snap while trying to burn clock before a would-be field goal try, Pierce was blunt. No, he said. Love it. I love the fact that he stands by with what he had to say. The coach added that the turnover may have stemmed from a misunderstanding caused by the officials. We heard a whistle on our sideline, Pierce said, possibly explaining O'Connell's unreadiness for the snap. Now, they go on to say that, at the end of the day, it was the Raiders' fault, blah, 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 blah. We covered all of that, which, again, I fully and explicitly agree with. However, I also think that it's worth mentioning that I kind of agree with this. You could see in the play that a lot of the Raiders players just stopped for a reason. They had thought they had heard a whistle that stopped the play. And you could also see it in the play where the ref was signaling for a false start. Now, again, the NFL did come out with a statement later on explaining that because it was an illegal shift and how that played with the timing, that was the original call. But it just... I know a lot of script writers like to say, or at least a lot of people say that the script writers were on one, especially with how the Chiefs have won a lot of games this season. But I don't think this helps that narrative. In fact, I really think it plays into the point where, the Raiders did get screwed. And I felt like it was genuinely, it was seen that it was a false start, or at least going to be something where it was going to stop the clock and be at least a no play for the Raiders. But I don't know. This isn't good, and I think that Antonio Pierce has a good point, and because you can see it in the tape, it would be one thing if he had said his team, the play had gone on, and you could tell the players were giving, 100% effort, but he said they didn't hear they heard a whistle or whatever, but that wasn't the case. You could see multiple players, Brock Bowers, some of the offensive linemen, receivers, they were stopping because they had think that they had seen a whistle, and so or heard a whistle. Excuse me, you can't see a whistle, Colton, but. Overall, I don't know. I think this is definitely something we're going to watch moving forward, and maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Maybe it allowed the Raiders to get Cam Ward in the future. I don't know, but this definitely hurts. Definitely hurts coming away with a loss like that. But overall, let us know what you guys think. Did the Las Vegas Raiders get screwed? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.